What's up, everybody? It's Icy here, coming at you guys with the second part of this series with my 6.2 Mage specs. In this tutorial, we're going to be going over Arcane. And my last one we went over Ice, or Frost rather. And if you want to check that one out, be sure to check that one out on my channel. So basically, the whole thing with Arcane is keeping your mana above 80 to 90%. Because your mastery increases the amount of damage you do based on how much mana you have. So you want to keep that as close to the top as you can as possible. So we're going to have two different phases with Arcane. We're going to have Arcane, or not Arcane, we're going to have a burst phase, and we're going to have a conservation phase. In the conservation phase, we're going to try to stay around 90% and above. And burst phase, we don't really care about our mana. We're going to pop all our cooldowns, and we're going to just burn through all our mana, and then we're going to get all our mana back with evocation. So that's that. You want to go ahead and look at my talents here. These are the talents I take. Of course, these are all situational talents, except for the last three. These are all damage increases, and I actually, with Arcane, would say that all these are the required talents as far as the last three. Supernova, Runic Power, and Prismatic Crystal are pretty much all required talents, so make sure you grab those. As far as your glyphs go, you want to Arcane Power. I can't even talk. Arcane Power. It's situational, I would say, because it increases the cooldown duration. So if you have a shorter fight, I might not take it. But if you have a longer fight, it's just up to preference, really. The glyphs really have no impact on your rotation. Besides maybe the Arcane Explosion, you're going to use that for AoE, and that's going to increase the range. All the rest, it don't even matter. Okay, so getting into your rotation, what we're going to use is we're going to use our cooldowns on every time they're up. So our cooldowns are Supernova, Arcane Power, Prismatic Crystal, and that's pretty much all your cooldowns for this spec. And well, we also have our Runic Power. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay that down before the fight starts, and we're going to keep this up at all times. And we're always going to try to stand in it. And you can actually stand in this range out here. You see where it's radiating to. You can stand in that. You don't have to stand just in this. You can move it over. And also, side note, you can keep two of these up at a time. So that's helpful to know. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be spamming Arcane Blast in this spec. Every time you use it, you get a stack, and that stack increases your damage, but it also increases the amount of mana the spell costs, and that stack can stack up to 4 times. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to stay around 80%. I actually have an add-on that is very helpful. I would recommend you guys getting. I'm going to log out real quick and turn that on. It's called Arcane Helper, and that'll tell you what your mana percentage is. And you can also just turn on percentages, but this also has a few other things on it that can help you out with Arcane. Alright, so we're going to lay down our thing here. This is the Arcanometer right here. And as you can see, you get 100% mana here. And it keeps track of a few other things, okay? So we're going to go ahead and just get right into the rotation. So what I'm going to do, since this starts, I'm going to pop all my cooldowns and time warp. Here we go, and we're going to use all of our cooldowns here, and we're going to build up our stacks. And since we have all our cooldowns going, we're not going to care about our mana right now. We're just going to burn through it. Okay, so we burn through that. Now we're going to keep burning until we run out of mana. So our only two spells we really have is Arcane Blast and Arcane Missiles. You can see I'm getting the Arcane Missiles here. Arcane Missiles are basically a free mana cost Arcane Blast. So you always want to use those before you reset your stacks. And to reset your stacks, we're going to use Arcane Barrage. So we're going to keep burning. Alright, and now we're going to reset our stacks here with Arcane Barrage and evocate all the way back up. I actually should have used 2 Arcane Missiles there. That's a mistake on my part. So we're gonna go until we get 4 stacks. Alright, now we're in conservation phase here. So we're going to use our Arcane Missiles here. Use all of them, because we have 4 stacks and we're getting ready to reset our stacks. So now we're going to Arcane Missile or Arcane Barrage, so that reset our stacks. We're still at 100% mana now. That's basically your rotation, just like this. I've been failing and not using my Supernova. You want to be using that every time it comes off cooldown. And we're going to keep doing Arcane Missiles. Reset. This is conservation phase right here. Just staying at 100% mana as close to it as you can. This is where a lot of people fail too. At Arcane, you don't want, see how Arcane meter is telling me there, you don't want to fall below 90%. And if you do fall behind it, like you just start paying attention for a few seconds, like I just almost did there, you can, you're really gonna lose a lot of DPS because it really is such a DPS loss to do that. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys found this tutorial pretty helpful and help you be able to make the transition to Arcane. Arcane is actually top DPS in the game right now with top end gear, so that's always nice. So if you guys are looking to play Arcane and you're looking to do the best DPS you can, this is the spec you want to go, and I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and if you did, sub to the channel. As always, Icy out. Peace.